And welcome to Racing, Pacing, Chasing, Season 2, Episode 29. It is the racing segment. And Tommy, welcome back.
It's good to be back, my friend.
I'd like you to make a formal apology to all our viewers.
What am I apologising for? I haven't done nothing wrong.
We didn't make it on last week.
No, well, we did. Not really our fault. It's 2020. Worst things have happened in 2020.
No, right, we're back. Just a little short intermission.
My tips weren't good anyway last week, so I didn't
But we had a few people ask, where are we? What's going on? They were a bit worried about Tommy. They were hanging around for him, but we are back, and there's plenty to cover on tonight's show. Plenty of news from the weekend that's been. You could say the past fortnight, but we can't go too far in the past. We've got to talk about what's in front of us now, Tommy. Behemoth. He's a Group 1 giant already, and he's got to start in the Everest. We'll talk on him.
Yep.
A bit later, New Zealander, Catalyst. He heads home. He's a Spring Carnival casualty before it's even got underway. Bella Vella.
It's not dead. But...
Bella Vella.
Yes.
Might have Will Clarkin barking as he flies the flag.
Bit of Clarkin barking.
Clarkin barking. We look forward to talking about that. And Tommy, I want to know from you, who wins the Golden Rose at Rose Hill? That's where you're...
Off fire. Oh, was it? You asking me now? Or we can come
later on.
Okay. Right. Stay tuned for what I might say later.
Don't worry about watching the show. Oh, there's the winner of the Golden Rose. Anyway, plenty of stories to come our way. We must thank the Gawler Barossa Jockey Club for their support, Shane Collins and the team as well, before we get into too much news. But we'll thank our major sponsor a little bit later. Behemoth, before we go too much further, mate, he is a Group 1 killer.
Yeah, how good was he? Settled midfielder and ran. Well, he came from nowhere. David Jolly trained the $6,000 superstar. Made the Group 1 horse look like a maiden. Now, funny story, Bainey. I'd come off a 9-leg multi on Saturday, so I had a pretty good win when I was moving house. I got in the car. This is a true story. I don't know if anyone else listened to the audio. In the car audio, the caller of the race did not mention Behemoth till after the race, so it must have come from...
I watched the replay because they were showing the owner cheering at home. And it was nowhere. And he was,
Yep.
Out of nowhere, you're right.
And there was a $4 special for some betting agencies, and I had a mate say, trust me, Tommy, put 20, that's my impact bet. Ignored him. Sorry.
Did you tell him your normal bet's at $2? Anyway.
So each way, mate.
Another one that did close late. We're going to take a look at the replay shortly, but a favourite of mine, I reckon back about 6 months ago, this one caught my eye, was Cascadia.
Cascadia, it's winning you a lot of money, has it, mate? A lot of wins, is it?
One of my favourites. I remember 6 months ago saying on the show that it was an eye-catching run, and I tell you what, it's just looming up over the Spring Carnival.
Yeah,
be hitting their strap.
I'm not sure about that, mate. It's one of those ones you think it's there, but it just doesn't quite get over the line. But
okay, mate, we'll have a bet off one day.
We certainly will. I'd love to have a look at Bohemoth because I didn't actually see it myself. It dismantles the opposition. It's in the black and orange colours, and just for those interested, what's Cascadian wearing, mate?
Team Blue.
Team Blue. Held up, lucky, maybe take it out a bit further. Plenty of excuses. Let's have a look at the replay.
$1 went for home at the 200 metres. 2 lengths Age of Chivalry. Then Banquo, Tagalo, Arkana Star. $1 for $1. Still in front, 100 metres to go. A wall is chasing Behemoth out of the pack, is storming over the top. From another suburb, Behemoth got up to win it, followed by a photo. $1 for $1 or Pretty Brazen. Arkana Star.
You're very, very critical there of my Cascadian, mate. I look forward to bringing that.
Yes. I'll tell you what I'm not critical of. The new Tommy Javor style haircut, your little side coif going, your short back and side combination. This doesn't do you rock.
This is what I've been doing every week.
No, it's not bad.
You've just finally opened your eyes.
I don't tend to look at you that much.
Anyway,
carry on.
New Zealand, it's mutual. New Zealander, Catalyst. We said on the show earlier, heading home. The great battles with Alligator Blood, you might remember last autumn, returns home after the shorts on Saturday.
Yeah.
Finished last and showed...
Chocolates to boiled lollies, really, isn't it? Spring Carnival, you can smell it in the air, but it doesn't mean it's going to be great for everyone, and it is our first casualty, isn't it? So he finished last, showed no acceleration at all whatsoever, as you might say. It was found to have minor lameness in the off foreleg, which needs a 3-month spell. Which one's the off foreleg?
Left leg, mate. Right, sorry.
Right.
I was thinking about your left leg.
That's gone lame these days. And that's the front one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Right. So, walk like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's
carry on.
Right.
Yeah.
It was my left. To my left, you're right.
Mirror image.
Anyway, certainly rolling over the page. Bella Vella. Now, did it just light up a little jump out?
I tipped it on the 2 weeks ago when we were on the air. So, but yeah, interesting one. But it had a jump out last Tuesday, and Will Clarkin is very keen on returning to the Valley to have a crack over 1,000 metres at the Moir Stakes. Just before you talk about the Moir Stakes, Will Clarkin, but been calling him the Element, periodic table element, we're calling him. Do you know why?
Why?
Because his surname spells out the 17th, 18th, and 9th elements, chlorine, argon, and potassium. On the so for those, a bit of a scientific joke there for you. Of course, chlorine Cl, argon Ar, potassium is a K, spelling Clark and Clarkin. So we're calling him the Element, Will Clarkin. Carry on.
Tommy, you are really putting on the show tonight for the top job, aren't you?
Bit of scientific research done today. I had to research 3 other things you gave me homework on. So while I was there,
Your notes are outstanding. This week you've been given a lot of homework and you've actually
3 pages this week.
You've excelled.
I've done the Southern Trophies wrap. So
Looking forward to it. I should just step off here and let you run the show.
Yep.
Anyway, talking about the Moir.
Yep.
Gut busting 1,000 metres around the valley. You turn for home at the valley. You're nearly home. Where does, Bella Vella? It's one of the early feature races that, and they've had on the plan for some time. Obviously, well poised. Past winners include Apache Cat, Black Caviar, Nature Strip.
who's who, really, isn't it?
It is.
Past winners.
But face stiff opposition this week, Bella Vella. Both fast horses and solid run-on horses like Trekking and Diamond Effort thereabouts as well. So, Trekking, the Blue Army, they're ready to take some big scalps in the spring.
Yes, you never know. But
Cascadian.
it's our man, Gordon Richards. He'll send Bold Star around if the pace is on early. Look out. Gordon Richards is going from here. He could end up, where's the ceiling for Gordon Richards? Just imagine if Gytrash wins the Everest, the $6 million race. Gordon,
16.
The winner gets 6 though, doesn't he?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Gordon basically could buy the northern suburbs. So
He doesn't own 100% of it, though.
but I think he'd be going
I
on.
don't live in the northern suburbs.
So do I, mate. So do I. So come on down, Gordo. It's a beautiful part of the world.
You just wanted to buy one of your 4 investment
Yeah.
properties.
I want him to jump on, buy 1% of.
ABR 100 Club.
Just jump in. Oh, jeez, I forgot the name of our bloody horse.
Bottle Rock.
Bottle Rock.
A couple of weeks since the race. Angus might race before it again.
Yeah.
Anyway, time to quick break, Tommy. We must thank our platinum program partner, Air Diffusion Agency's got a little flex up going there. Finally got their badge on our shirt. What about Rocky? He took our shirt and cleaned it for the last 6 weeks for us.
It's been good.
Gonna get the shirt logos on the shirts. It's great though.
It is. I actually broke the washing machine at home, so it's timing's been all right by the Rock. Well done.
Drop your jocks and socks there as well, mate. Also, the Choice Hotels Group and, the historic British Hotel at Port Adelaide. We were there a couple of weeks ago. They've jumped on board. Fantastic supporters of our racing, pacing, chasing show and many other shows in the Piranha Media stable that are becoming rather famous on social media.
They're getting there.
Yeah.
They're getting there.
Probably made no more famous by the time you joined Jane on Cheers SA, mate.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Really took it to another level.
Yeah, it's been doing good things.
Anyway, moving right along. Time for a short break. We'll be back with news, brews and barbecues. Righto, Tommy, news, brews and barbecues. I'm going to let you open this one up.
It's brought to you by Southern Trophies. The ad tells us down at Lonsdale for all your trophy needs for any sport. Just give Darren a call. Name your budget and he'll work at the best deal for you. That's Southern Trophies. Or, of course, Southern Trophies, located in Lonsdale down south. You need to trust us, our word of mouth. Any budget at any price, just give Darren a call. He's real nice. Southern Trophies. Right, news.
Tommy, you are absolutely on fire today.
Yeah,
This has been your best show yet.
I wouldn't go that
Don't
far.
let us down.
Okay, and I'm up next with the news. I can see.
You were given some homework.
Yes, I
2
was.
weeks ago. You were given 2 weeks, and many people wanted to know why we weren't on the show last week. We actually went to record, and you hadn't done your homework.
Yes.
Was the facts.
It's true.
You were given 2 tasks. The Darren Weir case, we wanted some more information on that.
Yep.
And why isn't Danny Nikolic allowed to ride? So, Tommy, without further ado, it is over to you to present.
Darren Weir case is a controversial one, or controversy as they say. So obviously, it's animal cruelty charges, and I went pretty hard because it's one of my pet hates. But Victorian police have denied withholding evidence. So there is 2 very different sides to this argument. The Darren Weir camp, his lawyers are saying they have information that will exonerate him because the Victorian police have denied holding evidence, and the Victorian police are basically saying, "Nah, we didn't." Now, it's not black and white, it's very grey. The police are a fantastic organisation. They protect and they serve. But I've met a police officer that lied once on more than one occasion. So I'm not willing to pot weary on this. Plenty to play out. It's in the hands of the lawyers, so I don't think we'll see too much.
Many episodes, and you absolutely teed off.
I'm giving him a second chance, Weary. So, if I thought it was black and
Did
white.
I not say on the show that night?
I thought they had footage of him or whatever he did to him, but no, they don't.
Did I not say innocent until proven guilty?
It was also, and I haven't written the note, but his lawyers have determined it. They've called it. It's a bit like watching a cut-up footy highlights reel. They've made it look the way they want to look. So, yeah, I'll give Weary a second chance.
I can't wait for you to apologise to Darren Weir.
I will apologise if I'm wrong, but the story that was being told is, he's done the wrong thing, he's gone, but it may not be as cut and dry.
Danny Nikolic.
Danny Nikolic, yeah, Dano. This one turns a bit more cut and dry to me. Had his paper stamped in 2012, so I had 8 years of stuff to look back on. He applied in January and has been rejected. He's asked for an internal review on his rejection. So in 2017, the Victorian Civil and Administrative Tribunal labelled him, and I quote, not a fit and proper person. That's to hold a licence. So he has been told he's not riding, and it doesn't look good at all. And he probably needs to find something else to do with his life. So he's in more trouble than...
So he won't be riding.
He won't be riding. So yeah, hold all tickets on that one. Danny Nicolai, I believe, is gone. And again, I looked for a bit more information on the not a fit and proper person allegation, but it's pretty harsh.
Tommy, I'll give you 6 out of 10 for your homework on Darren Witt. Okay, because there's a little bit of grey area there, and you've actually said it yourself. It's not white or black; it's grey. So 6 out of 10. Danny Nicolai, you're actually a 4 out of 10 because not fit and proper person. That doesn't mean much to why he's not riding.
But well, that's from the Victorian Civil. I don't actually have a direct number to them, so
you've got another week, Tommy, to come back with some more information there to elevate your score to a pass mark above 50%.
8 years since being not allowed to ride, he'll still be not allowed to ride. So maybe get more than a week. But anyway, carry on.
Anyway, Tommy, we talk about the Golden Rose. You let it slip on the show early.
I did.
Your tip for this week. We are wanting that. The Golden Rose is on Saturday at Rosehill over the 1,400 metres, which makes the race really open. Since the inception in 2000, only one filly has won the race called Forensics. But Tommy, you reckon you've found it this week?
Yeah, I have. I've got my own notes here. I'll just go through the producer's notes. He says the last 4 winners have all been colts, which of course secures a breeding future for the winner. So it's not just the owners, trainers, jockeys get a nice prize. So do the colts. You don't
have to read all his notes.
Don't have to read all his notes. Oh, it actually comes in here.
His notes are a guide only.
Okay, well, I'm going to read his notes because he puts a lot of time and effort into it, and he's getting old. So one of our selections from a few shows back where we told you it would win Run to the Rose, finishes second at and the Golden Rose in North Pacific from the Hawks Barn in a $5.50 shot behind Farnham. Slayer Rothfire is the $1.75 favourite. I looked at it today. Rothfire was my tip, $1.90. It's a horrible tip because I don't like tipping odds on favourites, but it's 7 of 8, $1.90. It's his race to lose.
Yeah, I think the Forgotten Horses mammogram in all this, been run off his feet in both sprint races, but as we like to say on the show, just step it out a little bit further, just needs a little bit extra distance. The famous saying.
15s as well. It's
$15.
That's more my cup of tea.
That's a Tommy's impact.
I'd stick with Rothfire in this one here. So.
Righto. All right. Finally, in other news, new CEO of Oakbank had Shane Collins celebrating his first meeting there. We did give him a fair pump up on the show a couple of weeks ago. All went well at the first meeting, so we'll be back in Gawler in coming weeks. I'm getting the nod by the producer that we'll have Shane on the show to tell us a little bit about what's in store, not only for Gawler as we lead into the Gawler Cup, but Oakbank as well. And I reckon that we might just be a little twist in mind that Shane might have just to rejuvenate that popular Easter Carnival next year. Looking forward to it.
Mate, anything you can do to make, and hopefully all this COVID wonderfulness is all finished and we can really relaunch at Oakbank with a big weekend.
Time now for a brew.
A brew.
Righto, Tommy. It's over to a brew. Now we're going away from owners, trainers, jockeys this week, and we've found a little punter. Not you, Tommy, for a change. Last Saturday turned $500, in your case $5, into $101,375. Now, this is a bit like the Let It Ride concept where you put a multi on and you let it ride, unlike you want to cash out after one bet. But anyway, we'll move on from that. So listen to this bet in order. Probabil in Sydney at $2.40, won easily. Good start.
Yeah.
$2.40. So Ushindi in Newcastle at $5.50. This was a maiden race. Having its first start, Snowden had the favourite and the selection drifted to $9.
Can I say that's a set of balls on this person to have $1,000, the $240 or $1,200 on a maiden. That's some balls.
That's letting it ride.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it won by 4.5 lengths. He knew what he was on. Right here, right now in Tatatura. So then you've had $5,500 on a $4.80 pot at Tatatura.
Can I just withdraw my comment and say it could have been a female? It's Fortitude. Fortitude, they had Fortitude to have those bets, not balls.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you, Tommy, for correction there. So,
apologies.
Now, when you're at Tatatura and you've had 5,000 on one at 480, you'd like to see it win by a little bit more than a neck.
Yeah, you'd be nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One, though. Yeah. So that's all right. So we've got safe, theoretically, 25, 30,000 in the kicker, and we're ready to just roll along into the last leg. And this was a pretty easy watch, Tommy.
Yeah.
Order the Garter in Melbourne at $3.20. I reckon he opened his first beer at about the 600 metre mark because it was never getting beat.
Yeah, and a beautiful effort there. $101,000. That'd make me a better person, nicer person.
What would you do with it? Would you buy us lunch?
What would I'd give you $50 to go buy your own lunch. Leave me alone. I reckon I'd probably be a little wasteful with a 1,375 and probably try and be buying a house, so probably try to be
A little bit
yeah,
more
a little
strategic.
bit, responsible.
Righto, Tommy, it's time now for a barbecue.
All right.
Now, Tommy, I normally like to barbecue, but this week I thought only fair after your performance so far on the show today. It's time you just open up the shoulders.
Yeah, look,
Mate.
I don't fear having a crack at the big names. Obviously, I had a bit of a crack at Weary. I've withdrawn a lot of that. But Hugh Bowman, what a great job he did on Winks. I reckon you could have been on Winks and would have won. But anyway, what are you doing? It was the tip on Farnham I gave. We missed it last week, but I've got to let him have it. Back from a 6-week holiday, and he got on Farnham, and it was as if he had a hot date. He was in a bit of a rush to finish. He rode it into the ground. Huey, rubbish ride. We hold others to account. Why don't we hold champions to account? Rubbish ride. That's all I'm going to say.
They did hold him to account. They give him a holiday.
Oh, he has got another 6-week holiday.
Yeah.
So he got 3 weeks for that one, didn't
Yeah,
he?
but he got on another holiday.
Yeah.
So they held him to account.
Keeps getting suspended.
Yeah.
Good job. How many times do you have to get suspended as a rider before?
Tommy, I've found one for him.
Okay.
I actually booked him in plane ticket.
Okay.
Yeah, he's off to Birdsville.
Birdsville, yep, on the track.
Yeah, we found him a couple there. So enjoy the flight, mate. We've booked a really fast plane, not as fast as Farnham, but enjoy. At least you'll get there.
Farnham was the horse, of course, that I declared as certainly an impact, and my good friend, Gail Waterhouse, said it will not lose in spring at all.
Golden Rose, Saturday, Rose Hill. Favourite, Rothfire. Is Farnham in it? No. He's still on a drip. Let's take a look at the replay. Talk about what we're talking about.
By 3 lengths, 2 after Pelter, third, a length and a half, North Pacific. Then came American King's Legacy and Ollie Kirk, about 9 lengths away at the rear. He is going along at lickety split sectionals here, Farnham, out by 5 lengths on the Queenslander Rothfire. Then came Pelter being nudged along, 2 after North Pacific, 2 further back to American as they straighten up, and Farnham a 4-length leader. Bowman still sits pretty quiet. Rothfire's giving chase, serious chase. Farnham coming back.
Righto, Tommy, I thought you went pretty soft on.
Yeah, I did. But well done, Huey. You've cost probably about a couple $1 million in rides there and screwed over a bunch of punters that really appreciate it. Good job.
Wow. All right. Moving on.
Cost me $5, he did.
Time now for the money pot. Now, new segment that we've brought in recent weeks, brought to us each week by Action Line Marking. Next week, I want you to come up with one for Action Line Marking, all right? That's your homework for this week, all right? Always like setting you a bit of task. So, the best in SA for all your own marking and cleaning, contact the boys at Action Line Marking. There'll be a big promo for you next week with Tommy. We'll give him one a week. Now, Philip Stokes produced Instant Celebrity. It goes around this week, so black book it now, talk about it now. It will be winning. I think it actually comes up in Trust Tommy and Tommy.
It sure does. Yep.
So they've stolen this out of the notes. But first up since July on the back of a solid second in a Gawler trial on the 4th of September. Just a nice little pipe opener. And then we watched Wide Gate settled last, giving the leader 5 lengths at 200. And did it win?
It certainly did, mate. There's a saying there, I won't go. But yeah, no, see, we're going to have a look at the race, aren't we, mate?
Ran its last 200 11.34 seconds. Yep. Second fastest 200 of the day was 4 lengths slower.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the replay here because it is some run. Watch it. Talk about Behemoth coming from nowhere. Watch about Instant Celebrity.
Black and red colours.
Now Instant Celebrity's warming up. She's coming between horses. DiMaggio to her outside, but Viduka's got an almighty lead. Viduka's clear. Instant Celebrity. She's winding up. She's coming quickly. Instant Celebrity diving at Viduka. Oh, big finish to the last. Instant Celebrity or Viduka.
Tommy, very, very impressive. We'll roll it over a bit later as it'll be the Trust, Tommy and Tice. 3 wide, no cover now. Time for find ourselves or our punters a one there that we've sort of just caught our eye, and thanks to MGA Insurance Brokers. That'll be your homework in a few weeks' time. We won't set you too many tasks. We've seen how you go when you've got 3 6 at homework. You sort of seem to fail on the last piece. Led by Steve McInerney and his team. Call Steve for all your insurance needs.
Yes, we certainly will. All right, it would be very easy to pick a certainty like Chucky in race 4 at Morpheville, but surely everyone saw that. You have an interest in Chucky, don't you, Mr. Bean? Chucky?
Thanks, Rob.
Do you?
No.
All right, then. Well, never mind. We'll just move right along. It's obviously a bit of inside humour between the producer and my co-star here. Anyway, I found another one in race 7.
There'll be a square up.
Well, there it finished a nice 8 out of 11. I'm not sure how nice you can be in 8th, but anyway. Poised to Rain had no luck at all first up, and this has been an impact tip before as well. No luck at all first up. Was going to play a part in the finish until blocked and checked. Blocked and checked. That's two things. And was checked very hard. Lucky for us though, Moir Stakes also a very good second up. So put that in your black book. If you don't have a black book, put it in your notes or whatever you're going to do with it. Let's have a look. Wire Lee. It's in the blue with yellow sleeves and it's settled last. Poised to rain.
He's right off the course. So Pod's wedged between them. Carla Louise is very deep. Followed then by getting well back in the field is Boomer Beach as they race up towards the turn. Run Bro. Carrick's one of the last along with Ballura Demon coming up to the home corner. And the leader is Incas who's been able to drive through from Exalted Loretta, Pindarek, Zoo Storm, the Ravens.
All right. Back now, time for Let It Ride. And as we said a couple of weeks ago when we're on the set that in September, thanks to that we're supporting the long run, I'm doing the 72 kilometres. I've got a fair bit to make up in the last 7 or 8 days, but I'll get there now. As we said, long run, it'll be the beneficiary, a charity close to our family will be the Let It Ride selection for the month of November, and we've talked about it already on the show, but I'm going to let it ride with Trust Tommy and Tice.
Which is, of course, our money pot selection, Instant Celebrity. Just so you've got it, it's Caulfield Race 7, number 4, Instant Celebrity, paying $3.30. It's 3 from 3. That's all you probably need to know. Just trust.
It'll be 4 from 4.
Let's hope so.
Righto, Tommy. This is the part of the show that people just seem to fast forward to. We've watched the analytics. We've done all our research. And there's a lot of people that skim over the first 25 minutes of you and I talking all that.
But
they
then
just talk. They just want to listen to
Tommy's Impact! Right, okay. Now, unfortunately, one or two of my bets lately have been a little galumpus. That's right, large, clumsy fellows. It's an 18th century British insult, apparently. Thanks again, Katie. So this week we've gone with, I really like this one. For those of you fans of The Big Bang Show, it's Barry Kripke special, How Romantic. Okay, it's Caulfield Race 1, so first one of the day, Race 1, number 2, How Romantic, $3.40. I'm saying double it, don't go for the money back, double it to get yourself $6.80. Locking end off our man on board, and there's a bit of a theme in my bets out of the Moir Eustace camp. It's 5 from 6. That's some pretty good form. It's 2 from 2 on this track, 2 from 2 on this distance, and on the good track this weekend, it is 5 from 5. Its only blemish was over 1,400, so we're just bringing it back a little bit to the 1,100 saunter, and we will get you. I'll get you off to a flyer this weekend with a $6.80 winner. Race 1, number 2. How romantic,
Tommy. Time now for the big one.
The Impact. This week it's an each way impact because again, I don't want to be the guy that gives you a $2.50, $3 bet. I've gone wider than Venus Williams. All right, she's a big girl. All right, big shoulders. So this is the each way impact. This one gets up you a chance to go full reptile on Saturday. It's called it's Caulfield Race 6, number 5, Amish Boy. I got it at $21 with a boost today. So go each way and $5 on a place, just a 5 each way. John McNeil on board again for the Moir Eustace camp.
Nominated for the Caulfield Cup, Fox Plate.
Not sure.
Yes.
Well, there you go. So what I liked as well is I looked at the field, very, very open field. It looked like no one knows who's going to win. So I'm going for this one. It's out of Caulfield, of course, Amish Boy.
I like this, Tommy.
Its form is okay with a win and 3 places across 6 starts. So it hasn't set the world on fire, but could this be its turning point? Its first run back from a 6-month spell was a second at Flemington. I don't mind that. And its only win ever was second up. It's second up today. So if you chuck $10 each way, that could yield you $260. And you could have garlic sauce dripping down your chin at 1 a.m. because you had such a big day. If that gets up. So, yeah, look, that's the impact bet. It's called Amish Boy, Race 6, number 5 at Caulfield. So all our bets at Caulfield this weekend, Race 1, Race 6 and Race 7.
I love it, Tommy. Great way to end the show. There's only one thing left to do, mate. You to close. You've been outstanding today.
All right. Just get outside, do a little shirt cube and say hi to your horse for me.
Thanks, viewers. See you this time next week. Hopefully we found your winner.
Fiscal rules. Santiago is latching onto the heels of the leaders and gets a gap. Tiger Mott is on the outside, racing on with 2 to go, and Santiago has burst through the field to lead them in the closing stage.